Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? How many of y'all caught I'm just all out of whack. How many of y'all caught the news yesterday? I don't think it was on the national news because I don't watch the national news. But I did pull it up and watch some of the Detroit news where they had Representative Johnson on with several other people, and she got to explain that we really didn't hear what we thought we heard, and she didn't mean what we thought she meant. Like when she said soldiers, she just meant people. It wasn't to anyone in particular. Yeah. But I will say this, I appreciated the Attorney General's comments Wednesday. Didn't surprise me about the governor. How in the world that woman got to be governor is beyond me. But I will say this, and because I'm a woman, I can say this. She is the reason I don't vote for women in politics. Majority of them are idiots. Did y'all know which committee Miss Johnson was on that they took her off? She was on the House Oversight Committee. She was on the Agriculture Committee. She was on the Family, Children, and Seniors Committee. Are you putting two and two together yet? In almost every state in our good country, I'll bring it down just Texas, because I did look it up there. Detroit is a different place than the country parts of Michigan. Houston is a completely different place than where I live. Our values are different. People are different. Everything's different. Austin doesn't even look like Texas anymore. So, if you get out of these big cities, and I'll just use Texas, and go into the suburbs or the people that are actually working, you're going to find a different attitude. Farmers. Big scale farmers. So far this year, the governor in Michigan has made it very hard for people to grow their own food. Y'all remember that? You could go in Home Depot and buy a water hose, but you couldn't go buy dirt or plants or a rake. And she did this just as Michigan's gardening season got going. The farmers in Michigan were hurting this year. And Miss Johnson happens to be had been on the committee for agriculture. And let me remind you of what she said. Yesterday, she claims that she was not meaning this toward Trump voters, that she was just, it was not a threat. It was just trying to tell people just to be nice. That's me paraphrasing because I can't remember her exact words. But I remember her words in her first video, and I've learned a long time ago, people usually say what they actually mean the first time. She's on the Agriculture Committee. And in her video, go pull it and look at it, she says, soldiers, you know how to do it. Hit them where it hurts. The voters in Michigan that were Trumpsters, and oh my God, how I hate that phrase, voted for Trump. So if we put you back on a committee, you're going to make it hard on the Michigan farmers because they voted opposite of what you did? She's on the House Oversight Committee, which means not only does she have an obligation to her constituents that she's totally forgot about, she gets to deal with the actions of her fellow House members and make sure they're doing what they should be doing. The House Oversight Committee is the committee she was on. The Agriculture Committee. One of Trump's huge base is older people. They like Trump. She's on the Seniors Committee. You still telling me you wasn't threatening Trump voters because of the way they voted? I just laid out 2 ways you could harm them financially. Cut services to them simply because of how they voted. That, sister, is a crime. You can't do that. That is voter intimidation, and you cannot do that. Even in your stupid definition and explanation of why you did what you did, you dug your hole deeper. Oh my God, I want to tell you like I tell Trump, just shut up, because you're making it worse. Just shut up. Say I was wrong, I shouldn't have said that, and shut up, because you're just making it worse. If it was possible for me to think worse of you than I did Wednesday morning, I do now. Are y'all getting the correlation I'm getting here? Who she was talking to, who she was actually talking to? Are y'all understanding, because of the committees she was on, how she really could have done some damage to people that in her state that voted for Trump? In her area that voted for Trump? Are y'all getting that? Are y'all understanding that? Are y'all getting why we can't let this go? And I understand. I listened to it. I'm telling you, I listened to the whole thing. And I got where she claims, and I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it a bit. There are stupid people on both sides. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is not the way you respond to death threats. I personally know how it feels. I really do. I was the planning commissioner in a very small pond. We worked diligently to pass some new laws. The new laws upset people. I know how you feel. I know how it feels to walk out your door in the morning and look at your car and there's a note on your car that says, "We know where you live." I know how that feels, honey. I got that. But you do not have the right. Nobody has the right, especially a person in a place of authority, have the right to call to violence because you don't like what somebody said. There's a way to handle that. You allow the state police and the FBI to handle it. You do not get to get on Facebook and threaten my very way of life because someone said something you didn't like. I mean, when I got the notes on my car, I didn't go out and blast every Democrat in my area because every Democrat in my area didn't do that. One lone idiot did that, and I'm pretty sure I know who the idiot was. You show your lack of intelligence when you did that. Now I'm going to talk. Now I'm going to meddle. I'm going to meddle just a little bit here. When you're voted into office, she took the exact same vote I took when I was voted as planning commissioner. Anytime you are voted into, or whether you take the oath to go into the military, where you take an oath to be whatever, you take an oath to uphold and defend our Constitution. I don't care what, it doesn't matter. if you're president of the United States or planning commission, you take that same oath that you will uphold and defend our Constitution. The problem today with people like AOC, Maxine Waters, Miss Johnson, our own local favorite in Houston, what's that crap? Sheila Jackson Lee. The problem with voting those people into office, they don't know the Constitution. Not only do they not know it, they don't want to know it. So they get up and make statements that make you go, what? Kind of like when didn't know the branches of our government. But she drinking the Kool-Aid now, baby. She didn't even have money for a Washington apartment when she was elected. Or the right clothes. But 2 years in, baby, she drinking the Kool-Aid now. She's the Vogue is dressing her. She now plays the game. She's got it. Sheila Jackson Lee's ward. Y'all should see her ward. Terrible. Terrible. But you let something new open up and she's there, baby. She's there. She makes a public appearance. When it comes time to vote, she's there. She makes you feel like you care. That she cares about you. And y'all vote for her. Kind of like our own embarrassment in Beaumont. During the quarantine, Becky with the good nails defied her very order and went and got her nails done. Now, she kind of did what Miss Johnson did. She come out with a statement that said y'all didn't understand. She wasn't getting her nails done. She was getting her nails taken off. That was just about as stupid as this woman in Michigan. If the gentlelady in Michigan had a conscience, she would resign because you have damaged your office by stepping out of your place of authority, your place of respect, and lowering yourself down and getting in the gutter. You showed you lack integrity and intelligence. Two things that are severely lacking in American politics. I told you I'm not letting this go. But since the sun's coming up over here, and I'm looking around at everything I've got to get done today again, I'm going to let it go for a little while. Then I'm going to come back. And tonight when I get home, I'll pull her up and see what her next explanation is she has. But in answer to some of the comments, unless you can show otherwise, at no time during my first video, second video, or this one, have I called to violence. Have I called anybody to make anybody's life hard because of how they voted? But I will. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what sex you are. I don't care what religion you are. I will defend your rights every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Because when it's all said and done, we're Americans. Yeah, we got the idiots over there and the idiots over there. And the people in the middle are just getting screwed. Anyway, y'all go have a great day. Try to make the place you are a better place, not a worse place.